heart attack. Fast, fatal, hard impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a number of things have happened. Now, we had Deku and the girls. They broke out of the Hero Committee's building and got away. They left, and the Hero Committee, they didn't find out until almost a full day later after the building was burned to the ground. Now, the Hero Committee, they're, well, shocked and annoyed, but mainly they're just worried. Izuku Midoriya is out there in the real world, and right now they have no way to regulate his power. If they don't get to him in time, it's unknown as to how many powers he might absorb. It's unknown as to what he might do. I mean, they thought he was a loyal soldier of theirs, and right now, it's bad. Now, many people have many ideas as to what to do, but there's problems. This cannot be a public issue. The world can't know about Deku. I mean, they can't expose what they've been doing, and that would cause many problems for many people. And Deku and the girls know that. Now, before I do go any further, I do want to point this out. Because I'll be saying Shinso a lot in the series, I can't say Hitoshi. Now, Hitoshi is the name of the male, character that, our character Mizuki will have the name of. Now, it's a good name I found in place because if I just say Shinso repeatedly over and over, I will literally bite my tongue because I've done it before. Now, with that being said, if I do say Mizuki, I'm referring to this character, the gender bent version of Shinso. I almost bit my tongue there. Anyway, guys, now, I do want to state that right now because I know people might be confused if I just start saying it randomly. With that out of the way, we do currently have Deku and the girls. Deku, Ochako, and Mizuki. These three are all currently sitting down in a booth 3 days later. And Deku, he has done quite a bit in this amount of time. He has helped them get farther away from that building. And they're actually a long distance away from it. That place was meant to be secluded. And right now, the three are currently hiding out 2 towns away with some money Deku got from an ATM. Thanks to Deku's hacking ability or his technopathic power, he was able to get some cash. And that actually is keeping them afloat. Now, the three have been discussing it over the last couple days about what to do, what actions the committee might take against them, what they might try to do. And currently, the three do sit there. Mizuki, she had her hair cut shorter, and she actually did have it dyed white. And right now, Ochako, she does have her hair somewhat put back into a ponytail after she had it dyed black. And Deku, he also did dye his hair black and get it cut. However, his shorter hair, that was a bit tricky. And Deku, he did have to do something that he didn't really think he wanted to do, as he did have to use a quirk of his, and, the invisibility quirk allowed him to grow hair on his head. And he had that hair dyed black, since if it was orange, it would stand out a little too much. Now, the girls were surprised that Deku was able to do that, and Deku tries to explain. He understands a lot about some of the quirks in his own head, but the hardest part about it is categorizing how many he does have. And, that's the thing that he's having trouble with. Deku going to bring a pancake up into his mouth. And whenever he does so going to try and focus on the taste. He hasn't had something this good in forever. In fact, he can remember the last time he had something this good. Well, what was it? One of the main points that stuck out to him. It's hard. It has his father, it has his mother, it has the day his life was signed away. And Deku, he actually feels a bit angry. And right now there actually is where, well, Mizuki does look up towards Deku. And right now he does sit there, staring down at a pancake, looking angry. And Ochako does try to ask him if he's okay. And Deku does try to tell them. Nearly 10 years. Nearly 10 fucking years. And he still doesn't know if he can accept it. Accept what? I remember the day my dad signed that paper. I was taken in. I learned about the program. 10 years? Yeah. He was there before me. But yours nearly 8. Wow. Now, Ochako does go to Durkee think. She had 3 years. And that's not too good either. But these two, they nearly have, well, Deku has triple her experience, and, well, Mizuki, she has almost 3 times the amount of time in the program as she does. The two, they're really just this way. Now, it does somewhat surprise Ochako. And right now, Mizuki, she does Kaduki sip at her coffee, as she actually tries to focus on that. Her taking her attention away from those thoughts. Now, the three are aware of a few things. Don't try to look into their family's public record. Don't try to look into anything involving them. They could be traps set in case this scenario ever happened. Go visit a family grave, you get caught there. Go visit a abandoned family home, be caught there. Investigate a family business that just so happens to have been abandoned, or, well, has a shop still? Yeah. That company more than likely has been funded by the Hero Association, and you'll be caught there. Now, right now they're just trying to take necessary steps. Anything that looks like it could be too good to be true, they avoid. And, well, anything that does look like the truth, they also try to avoid. They need to let the heat die down. Yes, it will take time for them to stop looking for them, if not try to stop searching everywhere for them. But eventually, the agents will stop, right? And Deku does sit there, as he does go to say the following words. He's not too sure. What do you mean? Some agents might come for us, but I don't know if they'll be the agents we expect. I mean, Deku pointing his hand up towards the glass, expressing to them. He does know one agent that they were wary of letting him be around, letting him be trained around. And he's pretty sure it's because they didn't want him to be influenced by her. She told him quite a few things. And right now he's not even too sure she's still employed at the agency. And he does know one thing. She told him the very words he does try to follow in his heart. They get dirty so the world stays clean. Right now, leading the gaunt, she might be coming after them. And the two do directly stare at Deku. They've heard of her. They learned about her abilities. I mean, she's practically made for this line of work. And that idea in their head, it sort of is scary. Now, Ochako could ask, is it really a good idea to be sitting next to the window then? Ochako, we're 2 cities away, 3 hours away, and currently we all have hair dye. Deku going to Rookie sip his coffee, expressing to her. The committee is more than likely searching the nearby town. If not, places that are farther away. Ironically, the places that would be the safest might be closer to that facility. And Shinzo does go to someone agree. The most obvious spot you could hide in is in a place you obviously would want to go to. And the hardest spot people would expect to, well, the last spot people would expect to see you in would be exactly where they would expect to find you, close by. Yes, the next city over, it's very close. And it is risky to be here. But even then, nobody's going to walk through that door and attack them. They're in public. Even if they did, the kids can run off. And Deku can get them out of here. Deku brings his hand up, as he'll show a thumbs up, still chewing on his pancakes. Now, somebody just come walking over and asking them if they're all done here. And Deku is someone going to turn his head, bring his hand up, him tapping down to his plate, as the person they do look down at it, asking Deku if he does want another plate. To which someone going to nod and bring up a thumbs up. Now, Mizuki does ask for a refill on her coffee, and Ochako, she actually does get some more scrambled eggs. Now, the three do try to enjoy their breakfast, because right now after they do head back to their room, they need to make a better plan. I mean, a place to hide, a safe house. They know that the Hero Association does have some. I mean, they were made aware of safe houses just in case. But if they're preoccupied, if they're committee safe houses, they're more, well, they're more prone to be caught there. So let's see. Izuku, did you take anything from the computer whenever we were still back at the base? Basic information. Why? Do you happen to know where a safe house is? No, not in the city, but on the next one over, I believe. Okay, shit. Getting there might not be easy, but maybe we could. No, it could be. What do you mean? Now, Deku doesn't bring his hand up. As whenever she has Godoki lean in, Deku does someone could stand up and whisper to her. He can get more money from the ATMs. Just let him wait until it's dark, and tomorrow they can buy a car. They can head out there. I mean, granted a old motel room, it's not really that good, but if they try and stay at a fancier place, it's going to cost a lot more money. And it could put more eyes on them and the sudden, well, shortage of money in the ATMs. And why theft like that has increased. Now, the two do directly stare at Deku. And Deku, he is making sense. But at the same time, they really don't want to go back to the hotel room. That place is, well, it's kind of run down. Now, Deku, he does understand. Hell, he's had to sleep in places that he didn't think he'd ever have to sleep in before. And right now, this place, yeah, 5 stars. Now, Deku, he currently does get things in order, and they do pay for their food and leave. And right now they're actually somebody who's standing in front of the Hero Committee. And they're being told about what to do. They're being told about exactly how Agent 11 and 12 and 13, they have gone against what they needed to do. They have gone and broke protocol. And right now, Nagant, she doesn't step up, informing them. They really can't expect these kids to understand, can they? I understand what you're talking about. However, they are, at the current moment, we believe, AWOL. You say that, but I remember Izuku Midori a little well. He seems like a very good kid with a solid head on his shoulders. He is. However, we do have a few things that we fear. We fear that well, what is it? Mizuki Shinso. We fear that she may have brainwashed him, put ideas into his head. Or the other girl. We fear that the two are working together and using him as a weapon. currently it is not good. He is one of our best assets at the moment. And you of all people should know. If you do need to, take out 12 and 13, but leave 11. His powers are still useful to us. So you want me to kill them? If it does call for yes, and the situation is get that dire. So you want me to hunt them down, and you have no idea where I should start? That isn't entirely untrue. What do you mean? Well, there's an area nearby, the burnt out facility. We believe it to be where they washed off the blood. And if that's the case, then there has to be something there. There's an area that they may have left something behind. I mean, they could be hiding there. It's a starting point. Afterwards, you might have to go on this manhunt on your own. We'll have fellow agents helping and aiding you. However, we do currently have to keep our own places posted. So what I am hearing is you want me to try and find your agent, whenever I could be out there doing my task. Yes. Well, this is important. It's unknown as to what 11 can do, especially whenever he, well, takes off the restraints that we've given him, the safety measures we've given him. Really? Yes. Now, Lady Nagant, are you saying that you do not want to try and participate in saving a fellow agent? I never said that. I'm just curious. Exactly how many died? Well, we don't have footage, but we do have assumptions. And well, we do have our own records. If everybody was on base that day, then a total of 48 people. I see. Now, right now, it does sound bad to Nagant. She mentored that boy at one time. Yes, it was just a little bit of advice, some field experience, but the kid, from what she does understand, she's seen his own records. She's seen his ops. And she's seen how he's been developing. Clearly he is turning into somebody the committee they can rely on. But if this currently is happening right now, if Deku is under this brainwashing, this mental mind control, then he's more dangerous than ever, right? And this girl, Mizuki, that's our target. Take her out, and then Agent 11 will be free. He'll be himself again. And then Agent 13, Ochako, she can be brought in, and more than likely punished for crimes, or at least aiding and abetting. But then again, if she involved here too, the girl probably could have just tried to use him to escape, and the other one, their leverage. A pawn, maybe. And that's what Nagant does see. Now, with that being said, we do actually have back over Deku. Deku, he's currently laying down in the old, crappy bed. And right now, he does have a lot on his mind. Him thinking. As right now, he does go to someone turn and get up, getting onto his feet as he's going to someone turn and look over. Ochako, she's sleeping on the couch. And then there's actually Mizuki. She's sleeping on the bed. But the way she's reacting, her face, she's having a nightmare. He can't sleep. And even then, he'd probably be where she's at right now. Now, Deku, he actually is going to walk over. Him bending down and bring a hand up on her shoulder, telling her, calm down. Now, she actually does somewhat go to somewhat, well, mellow out. And after she does go to stop shaking, Deku does notice that she does try to rest peacefully. It's not immediate, but whatever intensity it was right there, it's gone down. And the fear, it's leaving. Now, Deku is someone going to turn and walk away. Him trying to think. he's not too sure what to even think about. Loyalty, connections. I mean, a friend, people close to him. Has he ever really had that? I mean, Mizuki's claimed to be his friend, and Ochako, she wanted to be his friend, but he had an outburst the first time he met her. And then there's actually things with everything else. I mean, does he care about human life anymore? Does it matter? I mean, he's more worried about how a hero presents himself than if somebody lives or dies. I mean, it's sort of messed up, right? But that's not his fault, is it? I mean, they made him this way. They they wired his brain this way. Now, Deku does bring his hand up to his head, and right now he's trying to somewhat calm himself down. As their actions over Deku, he does turn invisible and walk into the night. He has to get some more money, and right now there's a few ATMs he's looked into on his phone. So, he'll be back in the morning. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.